I have a challenge for the Breeders' Cup. I'm meant to sign a pair of goggles. All the jockeys have been signing their goggles and goggles. Where are your goggles? Please, could I have your goggles?
I can't say no, can I?
34 minutes have now passed since the Yorkshire Oaks. I'm still confident Ryan will come. We are live at York Racecourse, where we are being peppered by winner in action for the Breeders' Cup. Now, of course, there are going to be horses here that will end up in the turf, the sprint and the juveniles. But what's on everyone's lips is, will we see another huge Breeders' Cup Classic contender? So I'm Chapman, and welcome to the home of the Longines World's Best Horse Race in 2024, the Jubbmonte International. Of course, then it was all about City of Troy, and he would end up in the Classic. Let's hope someone else does that this time around. Last month was very much the calm before the storm. This time around, we of course will be coming here to York, to Goodwood, to Saratoga and Woodbine. There's Kentucky Downs and the home of the Breeders' Cup, Delmar. Oh no. It sits there looking at me like the plague. It's challenge chappers time. I mean, I thought we'd got over these kind of childish games, and I'm sure I put in the contract, no more. Here we go. Dearest Matt, welcome to episode 3. You've made it to halfway. Is it only 3? I'm impressed with your efforts so far. This month, I want to test your friendships with the jockeys in the UK. I'm beginning to see a slight flaw in the plan here. I want a signed pair of goggles. Can jockeys sign? Can they write? I don't know. Anyway, I want a signed pair of goggles from each of the 4 win and you're in races. Let's hope Ashen wins all of them. Hopefully we can even give these away afterwards. Best of luck. Oh, it's from Britney. And it's got a couple of kisses at the end. Britney, lovely to have you on board. And of course, Britney will be at Kentucky Downs for us. Jockeys. I have to admit, relationships over the years haven't exactly been ideal, but I'm up for the challenge. So let's find out who the winners are.
And off and racing with 7 furlongs ahead of them for the Tattersalls Acomb Stakes Group 3. Joanne is digging deep on the far side, and Joanne is going to see off Italy and takes the Acomb for PJ McDonald and Andrew Balding. They are ready and they're off and racing for the Jubbmonte International Group 1 of 2025. They've completely ignored the pacemaker here, Burcastle, who's going to be running down the side of the course, a good 20 lengths clear. Ombudsman has not made a move just yet. Burcastle still in front. But Ombudsman quickens past him in tremendous style. This is Ombudsman's Jubbmonte, and he storms home to win highly impressively.
But it's Asfoora in front, deep inside the furlong. Frost at Dawn is chasing hard, Ain't Nobody is flying late, but it's Asfoora's day in the sun as she outsprints them to win the Nunthorpe.
But it's Minnie Hawk who's in full control here, and she goes on to make it 4 Oaks.
Ryan, I have a challenge for the Breeders' Cup. I'm meant to sign a pair of goggles because you've won the Yorkshire Oaks, but you don't seem to have your goggles. If I waited at the weighing room, would you get me a pair and I could just quickly sign? Ryan, absolutely superb. I'm going to go and wait.
Let him through, guys.
Let's hope I don't wait for too long.
1 eternity later.
Okay, I've been waiting for 16 minutes now. It's now 26 minutes after the Yorkshire Oaks, and I'm still waiting. 34 minutes have now passed since the Yorkshire Oaks. I'm still confident Ryan will come. I've got to be honest, I'm not so confident now. 1 hour and 42 minutes since I last saw Ryan. Now I'm at the stage where I'm just hoping he's okay. Oh, run. No, run. Yeah, I've got the goggles.
Bruce, could you sign them, please? Thank you so much. Just because we are talking all things Breeders' Cup.
There's a good chance. Aidan was telling me that you were saying Breeders' Cup turf for Mini Hawk, which is quite exciting.
I can't remember what I said now.
You actually said Breeders' Cup turf for Mini Hawk. Well, I think we can safely say at least it was worth the wait. Not the greatest quote I've ever got, but I got the challenge done. PJ McDonald's just won a Breeders' Cup win and you're in race. He has a terrific record for Andrew Bawley. PJ, I have a challenge this week for the Breeders' Cup. Could you sign your goggles, please, and could I have them?
I can't say no, can I?
Well, you could say no, and many would. PJ, you got me off to an absolute flyer. Breeders' Cup, win and you're in. PJ McDonald, done. Thank you. 2 out of 2 on the jockey front. Hold on, doesn't that make me better than Meatloaf? Because he thought 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Loaf, I'm 2 out of 2. Right, enough of this waffle. Let's go over to Britney and see what's been happening at Saratoga.
All right, Matt, I have to say I am very impressed that you got signed goggles from Ryan Moore. And of course, we wish him a very, very speedy recovery. Now, there has been a lot of action here in North America, and I cannot wait to recap, particularly from Saratoga. So let's take a look at some of those win and you're in races. In the Sword Dancer, a win and you're in for the Breeders' Cup Turf. Impressive performance by the Irish-bred El Cordobés, splitting horses to win for Charlie Appleby and Godolphin.
Here's El Cordobés in between horses, and he comes to take the lead, and he will win the Resorts World Casino Sword Dancer.
In the Forego, the king of the spa, Bookham Dano, booked his ticket to the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile.
Bookham Dano, what a summer!
In the Ballerina, like mother, like daughter, a win and you're in for the Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Sprint. It was Hope Road winning for Bob Baffert, just like her mom, Marlies Freedom, did.
It's Hope Road and Jose Ortiz to win the Resorts World Casino Ballerina.
In the Personal Ends, and what a battle we saw between the Queen Torpedo Anna and Dorth Vader coming down to the wire. It was the Queen that came out on top, and she will be pointing towards the Breeders' Cup distaff.
It's Torpedo Anna. Dorth Vader's coming at her. Torpedo Anna, Dorth Vader. Here's the live photo finish.
In the Flower Bowl, another victory for trainer Miguel Clement. Balazza secured her spot into the Filly and Mare Turf with a huge stretch kick.
It will be Bellezza in a strong Flower Bowl win.
The spin-away, what a performance by Tommy Joe, a spendthrift homebred to score for Todd Pletcher, will find themselves with a spot in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies.
Tommy Joe rocks in the spin-away.
The big one was the Jockey Club Gold Cup. Antiquarian got the victory in gate-to-wire fashion underneath John Velasquez, and Sierra Leone would have to settle for second.
Antiquarian, Sierra Leone, Antiquarian has won the Jockey Club Gold Cup under John Velasquez.
A little bit of everything from the spa over the last month. Now, I'll be back in just a bit to recap some of the other racing action from North America, find out who secured their spot into the Breeders' Cup. But until then, let's get back to Matt at York.
Thanks very much, Brittany. There'll be more of you in this show later, which I don't quite understand, but rather oddly, the viewers of this incredible production seem to be wanting more of you and less of me, which it just doesn't make sense to me. But anyway, let's get on with it. One of the big sprints this week is the Nunthorpe Stakes. Now, 12 months ago, Australian raider Henry Dwars Asfoora finished 4th behind some cracking sprinters, including Brad Sell, who's been to the Breeders' Cup. Asfoora disappointed on juicy ground at Glorious Goodwood, but she is a former Group 1 winner. Could she bang in 2? And then that little possibility of an Australian horse going to the Breeders' Cup, like some great ones have done in the past. You remember the old magnificent Strawberry Road back in the day under Stevie Corton. Let's see how she got on.
It's the most Australian word to describe what just happened.
Bonza.
Coolmore, Wootton Bassett, Nunthorpe of 2025. Umgira pink jacket in the centre, a little slow to get away. But it's Asfoora in front, deep inside the furlong. Frost at Dawn is chasing hard, Ain't Nobody is flying late. But it's Asfoora's day in the sun as she outsprints them to win the Nunthorpe.
Won another Group 1 and I'm just very grateful to be here and to be a part of it, and I'm just very proud of Asfoora.
She just, let down really well. The horse on the outside sort of went with her for a furlong, and then just the last sort of 50 metres she really drew away, didn't she? And it was great to watch. We're very excited about the Flying 5 at the Curragh, and then we'll see what happens after that. There's options in France. It was obviously a win in race for the Breeders' Cup, so we'll see what happens. But it's up to the horse. Look, she's a 7-year-old mare. She doesn't owe us anything, obviously, so at any stage she might say she's had enough or put the cue in the rack, but clearly not after today. But we'll just keep rolling with the punches, enjoying the party, and see where it takes us.
She just means the world to me. Like, I would literally go to the end of the world for her. Like, whatever she needs, she gets, and, you know, it's never a bother. Like, I'm more than happy to do anything that she needs, so I absolutely love her.
Flashy Murphy is about to weigh in. Asfoora has won the Nunthorpe for Australia. It's a case of good A. This, of course, is a Breeders' Cup winner in Ashen. I've just got a Breeders' Cup challenge here very quickly. All the jockeys have been signing their goggles and goggles. Where are your goggles? Even Ryan Moore.
I only have one pair of ducks.
Ashen, you're the only one who's failed me. I don't want a kiss. I want your goggles. I've failed the challenge. Even Ryan Moore signed them, although he did tell me to watch it off.
As I said earlier, things have been very busy this last month. So let's recap from both the States and Canada, Del Mar, Woodbine, and right here at Kentucky Downs. We'll start north of the border in the EP Taylor Stakes at Woodbine. She feels pretty for trainer Cherie DeVaux, really gutted out the victory there, one of the top turf filly in the States.
Diamond Rain coming on the outside as they hit the wire. She feels pretty narrowly from Diamond Rain.
In the Pat O'Brien Stakes 7 furlong affair went to Dr. Venkman for trainer Mark Glack.
These three coming down to the wire. Who's it going to be? Dr. Venkman's going to the Breeders' Cup.
Out at Kentucky Downs, they had a turf sprint race, the Kentucky Turf Sprint, and Bear River had a very big prize scored for trainer James Graham.
Now the split comes for Howard Wallowitz, but it's too late. Bear River, the bird had flown, and Bear River beats an unlucky Howard Wallowitz.
Back at Del Mar in the Del Mar handicap, 1 mile and 3/8, it went to Gold Phoenix for a record 4th time in a row.
And on the outside, truly quality, Gold Phoenix!
The Green Flash, the turf sprint, Motorius defended his title there. Another victory for trainer Phil D'Amato.
Motorius just kicked it in, here he comes, and Beyond Brilliant too. Here's a wire. Oh, it's a photo finish.
And the big one, the Pacific Classic. Fierceness brought his A game in California, overcoming an awkward start to win with authority over Preakness winner Journalism.
And he's not doing enough to beat the beast from the east. Fierceness has won the Pacific Classic by 3.
So much action all over North America, and we are just getting busier as we approach the Breeders' Cup. So let's take a look back and find out who has secured their spot into the starting gate come November.
In the classic, Ombudsman, Fierceness, and Antiquarian continue to build an absolutely stellar-looking lineup for the headline race. El Cordobas and Gold Phoenix both stamped their tickets to California and a place in what promises to be a belter for the Breeders' Cup turf. Bookham Dano and Dr. Venkman join Touch of Destiny and Raging Torrent in the lineup for this year's Dirt Mile. Classic winner Minnie Hawk continues to impress. She was superb at York, and she will be joined by She Feels Pretty and Belletza in the Filia Mare Turf come November. In the turf sprint, Aussie sensation G'day Asfoora is joined by Motorius for the rapid 5 furlong crown. Well, William Buick is about to weigh in for the Win and You're In Juddmonte International. He's won it on Ombudsman. William, your Breeders' Cup here. I've got a Breeders' Cup challenge. Please, could I have your goggles? Would it matter? Because I know they're expensive. Could you sign them? Yeah. No, it'll be fine. Just perform the act Ahold, you're an absolute legend. You are Breeders' Cup win and you're in hero. Thank you. Well, what a month it's been, and it really sums up why I just adore the Breeders' Cup, because the Breeders' Cup is about 2 days of racing, but you have this build-up for months and months and months. You really are that kid who suddenly realised you got to September and Christmas is a few months away and you're already starting to get your list together. It's that good. That's why we all love it. It's been good, but we've got lots more coming up in the next edition. We'll be going to Canada, Korea, Ireland, and of course, the US. It's all part of this magnificent road to Del Mar.